Swatch. I don't know if that captured it. Shut up. But obviously I had to eat because I woke up like at 10, like 10:30 or so, and I just had to take care of other stuff before, just so then they were actually taken care of. But I'm just almost I'm almost done preparing. So while I was eating, I was just waiting for this to be finished. So. But thank you, Megadon, for being the first to show up. But I can't tell if it's actually capturing. I'm pretty sure this is capturing. So here's, I mean, you can do some ASMR with this, but you don't even know what this is. What does Udana have to do with this? Was she your birthday present the entire time? Udana. Wait, I want to hide this. No, hide. And we actually got a Q&A, but we can't put it up. um, yeah, that's actually upsetting. And now the chat won't show up, but are you fine, StreamYard? Maybe this is the reason why I don't stream at the afternoon anymore. Cause I don't know. Cause like I was gonna say for the last few streams, I haven't had connection issues, but okay, I guess I'm just gonna have to say it by word. But you said um you were asking what my favorite Gochizo was, but I don't know. I don't know if I can really answer. I don't really know if I have a valid answer for that. Like, because I have a favorite like mold, which is like the chocolate. I like the chocolate mold. 'Cause I like how boxy it is, and I just prefer how it looks over the gummy or like the packet. Well, they're all packets, but like the like gummy or like the cookie. Like I don't like. I think for sure. I don't know. It's either the like, gummy molds or the snack molds that are like my least favorite. I prefer like the chocolates or the uh 'cause again, it's a lot more easier to distinguish them by the legend riders, because the legend riders are a lot more straightforward. Because like, I can't just say gummy because uh, the Choco, not it literally just a candy toy, like mold or not. It's literally just a candy toy version of that mold, but just with like just plastered stickers. I think that you still have to assemble yourself. I don't know about that plan because again, it's been out for weeks and only one person put out a video, but they don't own any of the other toys for GOG. So but yeah, so well, I mean, again, even with like trying to describe it as legend art or stuff, the gummy and the choco uh bodies are still shared between Reiwa. So again, I'll just have to say like either like it's either um I prefer the like chocolate. I think the chocolate one is probably the best one. And then like after that it will be the like marshmallow uh mold. Cause I think I just like the simplicity of that one more. And then like bottom will have to be popping gummy and like the main gummy mold. I just don't like how simple the arms are for the rest of them because like at least punching and kicking gummy were at least unique, but like all the others are kind of lackluster. And I I just don't really see the appeal of like the bag mold or like the open doors because it just doesn't really blend itself well with the others. But like I mean, have fun spending I think like $40 for that one. I think the caramel one of the I think out of the 3 I like the caramel one, but obviously that's just because I just said like I like the choco mold the most out of them, but, doesn't do anything in the Bound Buster. But Pop Burn is cool, but, anyways, today we are here to, um, move this down, but we are here to rushly cover the rest of the ARC stuff that Okay, I'm at 2 bars again. I think I can switch back. Nope, it's back to 1 bar. That's just great. Um, so, basically, um, in the same vein as my Blazar shorts, I wanted to do I wanna accompany those with, Arc, but, um, the big issue is that for some reason, they decided to release Gashapon 2 a few days ago and not when Pokemon 2 got released. So, um, something caught my throat. I apologize. Whoops, but jeez. So, we're just gonna have to okay, cut our losses, and we're just not gonna be able to cover Gashbon 2 and the 015th cube here because, like, as I was trying to tell Dragon, I mean, most of the time, just reassure him that obviously this is not his fault that I couldn't, like, fulfill it. It's literally just because we're fighting against, uh, release schedules and such. So, yeah, basically, we're covering the stuff from last month from Arc, which was, like, the first stuff released in, like, months. So, we have the Arc Galaxy Cube, we have the Arc Galaxier Galaxer, we have the Arc Cube and the Arc Cube Holder, basically because of last week's episodes, to which for some reason, people, as we already kind of figured, alright, I think we can be back. And then come on. It literally looks fine. I don't it's probably because it's snowing. We got ourselves Shokugan 2, to which inferiorly inly infuriatingly infuriatingly um, collectibles sold this for the same price they sold Shokugan 1, but if you don't recall, with Shokugan 1, I got that as, like, the entire box set. So I got that as a set of 10 and such. And, um, The reason why I have to pause every time it goes from, like, 1 bar is literally because that's where it starts cutting off. I'll repeat that just in case it chopped off or it was cutting off. But basically, I have to stop whenever it reaches 1 bar because I think from what I've seen from a lot of my, like, when I my streams, playback, that's typically where it starts cutting up. So I'm trying to avoid that. I apologize about that. But basically, Total Collectibles was promoting that they basically had this set in stock and that they were doing the thing of like, oh, so you can buy the whole set or you can just get Arc and Gaia V2 because those are the two extra. Okay. So um so I forgot the Victory Mars was packaged alongside with this, and I immediately saw that like all of these are like individual. That I wasn't like there was no like brown like not brown box. There was no black box next to the brown box, and I think that's kind of infuriating because that means boys are like I've been told this a lot, and I get it. Like, I get that the hyper keys are better. Are you the six? Are you the bear that everyone's talking about, Megadong? Infuriatingly. Swatch. So I think we got that down. Like what okay. Like what I established before. Technically I'm missing Gashapon 2 and the 015th cube, but I do have those secured at least off of Macari or off of Buy because I just did that on last Thursday, or I did that like on Thursday with Zarikin because like I was telling him like even like because I was telling him that like we still like because he was asking like if we should just like ship our stuff right away, but I was telling him like we have to wait for Gashapon 2 of the Arc Cubes because for some reason that's releasing on the 23rd, and it was annoying because I was like telling him even if we actually got like secured the 015th cube, we still would have had to wait. Like, yeah, we would have at least had to wait on the one thing instead of like the four things. But like, because I tried to get the 015th cube earlier this month, but then the person like immediately canceled it due to seller convenience, which just means they just wanted to sell it for a higher price. So, yeah. But at this point, I'll try to. I think we're just going to bear with whatever potentially whenever we do lose bars and such. So we were already like 35 minutes in, but then I mean that's again the first 10 minutes was just because I had to eat. So but anyways, obviously, let's start the stream off with our magic cauldron. So we have to go to create mode and then I've learned watched this part over with my sister and my niece. So typically you're supposed to just use all the water. I'm sorry if my arm is blocking the mic. Gee, yeah, that's just gray. I spilled water. That's not good. Okay. Um. Yeah, that we overfilled it. So we want to just dump all of this in. You're not even seeing that I'm dumping that on. um. Okay. That means we gotta tap 3 times. Which is so at this point, we this is step 2. So we add color now. It's not good when paper absorbs water. um, so then you take this time to mix the color into the water. And then when it does that, you just tap 3 times. Now, for the next part, we need to add it's I don't know. Now we can be dangerous and add in a cell battery. It would be funny, but that would be too toxic. So let's just overload it with more color. Okay. Tap 3 times. What's the eye of newts? So we need to add our dust to this, but we don't have dust. So that's considered dust. It's a ingredient. You're you're supposed to mix it. Tap 3 times again. And now you try not to do Neymar. We need to name this thing. So its name is Cal. No. There you go, Cal. We're almost there. I genuinely do not have anything else I can put in here. Maybe I should get an eyelash, but I'm not gonna use my own. Because it should not. That should not be. used. I don't want to dye the pot. Here's our blue element. I don't know. You just continue mixing. I think this one has too much water. But our friend Cal is doing. Our friend Cal is almost forming together. I think we're almost there. I think we're there. Yeah, I think that's the completion. Yep. Look at that. Why was I muted? It's on fire. You can barely see it. I apologize. Wow, look at that. All right. So, as you can see from here, we got a lot of vapors going after the lights, aka cornmeal. Show me how. All right. Well, here we are. Here is the majesty of Pal. So today's gift brought to us by Cal. Hey, don't say that. My niece is gonna watch this. Also, don't. That's bad. I can't show that because my niece is gonna see this. Whenever we show. So Cal gifted us last card arena. So that means, oh, that means we can. That means, we could try to, or that means we could struggle getting full frame and trying to not get any more dust into the pages. That means we can go to, first of all, remove the cauldron. And then go to our binder. And as you can see from here, we have a missing spot, which is, it's not that spot. I I think this is Yeah, I think that's the spot. I don't remember because these are both the limited editions, and then there's more still. This is the poster version, and then oh my gosh, it's still this is the hot mess no, this is the limited edition, this is the poster version, this is the hot mess version. That's how it was. So yeah, wow, thank you, Cal. I can't believe you've done this. Is there, like, anything else? No, because we have to reserve this for if anyone has watched this video, I don't remember what I said the slot was for. I don't remember if this was an Armageddon slot or this was a hot mess slot. I don't remember. Was I expecting another buff? No, 'cause I don't remember. But, um, yeah. There's that. So, if I can grab this. Got it. Um, do I have room? No, I need to make room for it. Don't tell me I have to start pushing. I have to start pushing back cards because I don't have room. I didn't make room for the others that I need to still put in here. But why why this is so bad? But 'cause this is the only page that I've reserved because it's yeah, this is the only page reserved. I don't know. There goes Geats. But anyways, to show you the aftermath that time, and there goes Geats and Gotchard. I still need to wipe that down. I just use this. Holy, you just missed something magical. But I mean, admittedly, everyone missed it. Missed it. The last stream we did it. But well, you get to see the aftermath at least. So basically, um, what you do. Oh gosh. Oh yeah, I overfilled it. Oh, that's just great. So yeah, okay. I have to. Actually have to get a towel. But so you take the cauldron, you twist it. You're supposed to hold it by the middle, so then you hold in all the water. But again, I overfilled it. You hold it in like so, and like voila. It's also 1:44 in someone else's country. Yeah, I mean, that's why I told someone el or that's what someone else told me too. You're not alone, Lee. Um, I ultimately, I decided to stream this early just because I needed to get the stream over with because I still need to film these videos, but yeah, here you go. As you can see from barely see from there's water. Um, it'll get cleaned through the stream. Did I put it on right? But yeah, the issue I might have to dump this now because this thing's like leaking. Or it's not leaking, but like what does that mean I put it on correctly beforehand? I mean, like, they at least made it, you know, I apologize for not being able to twist this back up. Yeah. Um Yeah, sure. If I mean, if you want to eat bath bomb water, sure. Do I have water? Something related to water? You prompted this, Lee. But yeah. Let me. I'm gonna put this out and then let me try to dry up the place. Yeah, where's that leaking from? Oh, it's leaking from me. But I forgot to put away these two things. Wow, Megadong, I'm so honored, but I'm already going for someone else. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think we can. It, it's snowing, Megadong. I can't. There's no such thing as leaves anymore. All right. All right. So, I've already filmed all of the packaging for this as I got them. So, again, everything is fine to do and such. I don't know what I did with my other two because I was trying to find just so then I knew where to put it after. But I don't know what I did with my Solus and Luna armor boxes. There goes that. Because I should say this like the arc is like kind of the first thing I've been like actually or arc's the first like of these videos in a while where I'm actually like filming them like technically a few weeks before it actually gets released because the last 2 months of videos were things I filmed like either earliest back in April or back in August because the almost the entirety of most of Blazar was between April, February, and August, and then the Ryder like technically this month's content was stuff mostly from April and two things from September. Because originally what I had in mind was that this frame originally what was supposed to happen is that the Gattack vector, the Gattack double calibers, and the V buckle were supposed to be just thrown in a week of things. But because of the fact that the Hyperzector got announced, I had to hold back the footage and wait for that thing to get released. To which you get to see the unboxing or the opening of the Hyperzector and uh, Nkaku next. Alright, so how is this? Okay, this is not taped, but this thing is. I still don't get why the packaging for the set is not the same. They easily could have just made a cube insert here, but instead they decided to enlarge the box for some reason for the cube, basically wasting more plastic. They could have just had an insert here and such. Because I think it could have fit. But instead they decided to make an entirely new box for the set. And it's just it doesn't make sense. But let's actually, let me get through this, and then we will uh, go through the comments. Because I think people knew the cube was gonna show up in the show, but like I thought this thing would have too. It's one of those. It's one of these boxes, so it's not gonna be. It's not gonna be friendly. But oh wait, so you don't need to cut this box up. Yeah, you don't need to cut it up. You just need to slide the contents out. It's easy on us. 'Cause I thought we are gonna have to cut this up. But this is tiny. That thing is tiny for sure. And it's kind of weird seeing a art cube package like this. But cool. Thank you for ruining the tab. Gee, so splendful. I like it when my tabs get bent. But yeah, I put this away. Okay, so yeah, I think everyone is kind of agreeing that Galaxy could have been better. Cause honestly, I felt like Galaxy could have at least been somewhat of a more of a change, but I can't necessarily blame the designers just because of the restrictions Bandai gave Superaya of basically threatening them of like, well, if you're gonna do more kaiju, if you're gonna do more original kaijus, then you can't do any suit altering forms because then they'll quote unquote cut into the budget and such. So I think we can blame Bandai. So I can't really blame them for basically being able to try to trying to basically circumvent doing something that at least imposes um because at least the Galaxy armor is imposing as a power up and such. But yeah, obviously it would have been more neater if if they actually were able to allow to do more with it if Bandai wasn't to interfere. Yeah, because again, I think that's kind of the weirdest thing with the Galaxy armor of just oh, this one at least still brings a unique aspect of just oh, look, um he actually has like boots now and such. And yeah, technically with the Galaxy armor, he has different hands and such, but it's just again, it's just more of I don't know why Bandai felt the need that they had to restrict, basically kind of punish Tsuburaya for wanting to do more kaijus. But yeah, so look at these one by one. Obviously, the Galaxy armor is the Galaxy armor. Um, the gold plastic is actually neat. And what I was realizing with this These ones are a lot more clickier than the original 3 released because and also, obviously, I'll apologize for releasing this during when my review like, when my the reviews for today get put up, but if you can't, like, there's not really a click to so I'll make sure to mention that in the review, but, like, there's not really a click between these 3 because these are ones, like, where you have to actually, like, press them to make sure they're activated, but with these 2, there's a lot of click. So that's interesting. But, like, I do think it's neat that, the core 5 cubes are, like, for the most part, like, individualized. But I guess we can get to this right away. But yeah, so this is a lot more darker shade of Gru. What? This is a lot more darker shade of green. I don't know why I was gonna say blue. Or yeah, it's a blue green. It's coming off as emerald in on camera, but it's a really interesting shade. I don't get why they advertise you to put this against 2 of them because if if they wanted you to do that, they should have given us 2. Like, there's no point of advertising something that's like, how would you have done it anyway? But, yeah, so you just take the hard cube and just clip it on like so, and then see, like, the top 3 are fine. The top 3 are fine in terms of just their tabs. It's just the bottom ones that are gonna be worrisome because now their tabs are gonna be bent and such. But, I mean, again, with Blazar, for example, for some reason, they just decide to pack him like this already. And then I'm gonna put the 0.15th cube here and such because there is only, like, 6 retail art cubes. But I guess it is neat of how this was way out and such. And, like, again, like, it's not a bad handle. It's not bad of handling and such. It's it's a piece of plastic that does what it needs to do. Honestly, I think this is just more convenient for me, so then I don't have to keep these and keep these in this box. Even though I did better storage methods. Yeah, to you. Like, again, I think Zarkin and I have been talking about this, but it's just like everyone's just direction they're going with the franchise, but it's just like honestly, I think it's more refreshing. Like, I think we it's better to like not stick with like what is mostly more uh, known for because you know people already complain about like crossovers being a standard, so it just makes sense they want to like shake things up and such. I was gonna say, like, what do you mean we still need the Grigio cube? The Grigio cube is literally in front of you. It's right here. Grigio is in front of your eyes, Megadon. Obviously, we'll get to it later. The color is universally known as Baja Blast. I didn't know Baja Blast was canon and Ultra. Okay, so it doesn't spread. It can't stink, but we'll get to whoops. I think that's definitely overcharged because you have to keep in mind a art cube is stupidly about $15, and I think they probably sell this for another $15. So this set, like, so this is typically like $30, right? I think at least it's like $25. I think 25 is like a better way to put it because this is it's just that it's just that the issue with this one is just that it doesn't have any context within the show. Possibly it will, but like I mean, I think this thing like I don't know, like cuz right now this thing is kind of more useless than the Roop Crystal collection holder and such. But I mean like again, like and the thing too is that they advertise that you can combine this with another one. But like what how and how and why would you do it is the thing, because looking at this, there's not really any ports within the front to combine it with another one, so I think they want you to I think you're supposed to combine them back to back is what I'm getting, because of how these holes are arranged and such, because these are flipped from one another. So, it's weird that Bandai isn't even being upfront with how this thing works, because the way that they have it on the box is that you don't like they just show it as if you put them on top of one another, but that's not provided another one, or just release this by itself without the cube, or just have done 2 releases, for 2 different cubes, especially because here, for some reason, they're promoting Shining Ultimate Zero as the 6th cube. Now that potentially is the case, but he's in Gashapon too. So, I don't know what Bandai is trying to muster up with this. Anyways, here we go with that one different. Oh. Okay, we're back. Wow. This will shut off eventually. And then Blazar. Whoops. I don't have the hypercube set on me because I put that back in the closet. I forgot to take a look at the side props with galaxy swirls and such. Because I think it was in the reviews I realized that the for each of Ark's armors, there are actually different designs and such. But yeah, the gold plastic is really nice. This is B004, and this one is B005. So yeah, it's interesting. I managed to miss that one out. But wait, so okay, that's actually interesting. The 05 for Blazar is actually different because it has the flame on the side. So I assume the new generation are going to have individual numbers because, for example, if we pull Zero Beyond has the art background. So I assume the new generation are going to have their own number panel designs, and then everything after was it. Yeah, so everything after Jonius will be a generic arc symbol. Tell me about it. I'm just trying to make sure I'm reading this right. So, like, arc cubes are greater than dark treats, but you were just saying earlier that the hyper keys are better. But I assume that's supposed to be less than. I don't because I know less than is literally it's literally flipped. But, yeah. Anyways, let's. Yeah, and I this is my art stuff have just been sitting here because I've been needing to review these. I at least appreciate this is seamless. Going back to the cubes when it's convenient. Boys are. But obviously, sound wise, it's just the same as Arcs. I keep forgetting StreamYard actually shows me how I would prefer my streams to look like. But, because then when you go on YouTube, everything just looks crummy. Like, yeah. I prefer Blazar in pink rather than what the Ultra Dimension card and Hyperkey were trying to do of like, oh yeah, Blazar's red. I mean, if we are like literally, if we have to go by the Hyperkey line, uh, Omega will happen in like 2 years, or Omega will at least happen in a year. Here's this. Look before Blazar shuts off. So there we go with the Arc Spiral Parade. I didn't want to commit. But yeah, we have to keep this back here because of these 8 cubes. So surprisingly, with the Arc Galaxier, I mean, it actually does fit nice in the hand. It's definitely interesting, but yeah, I didn't really have to really take into consideration how this had to be handled. But this takes 3 LR44. However, I guess Bandai is starting this initiative of actually adding back on and off switches. So we just simply switch it on. Oh, speed. I don't know why this is a motion sensor item. How much, how much sounds does this have? Like, I'm just trying to figure out, like, how I'm trying to figure out, like, if you have to lightly, like, if you have to lightly, like, swing it, or if you have to, like, if like, I don't know if it depends on, like, how heavy or light you have to swing this. Like, I assume it's just the standard, like, 3 sound. 'Cause you can't just spin it. Yeah, so I assume it's just those 3. So then just pressing it does that. So just pressing this, so then you put it in standby mode, and it disables this, I think? Yeah, so it disables this. So you just press it again. And then you just put in your cube, like so. You have to make sure it it's up to this. Oh, that was the tap. But you have to make sure that um, this sensor gets reached. I guess I have a threatening aura. So let's get the others prepped. Such. So we're gonna do the first one of here. I don't think you can do anything of just nope. So start the standby. Okay. So put in the galaxy cube first. So that is the first one. Kind of a interesting trail. Okay. Basically, I think you have to. Okay. No, it's disabled. Yes. You can't just immediately put in things in. You can't just immediately put things in. You have to activate the standby. anything regarding me. I think you have to keep doing this. Okay. So this is one of those weapons where I have to demonstrate each of these 3 different I have to demonstrate all of these variants because they are different, or because, again, they are variants, because obviously there's gonna be people that are gonna be like, "Well, I wanna see arc. I wanna see the arc cube with 2," or, like, whenever you do 2. So, I keep forgetting you have to. I can't tell if I'm okay. Yeah, that's actually kind of an interesting comparison. Yeah, yeah, so you can actually hear it in this as well. You can't hear it in Yeah, so this is an interesting button because it doubles as, like, it knows you are inserting cubes, but then it also has to so it doubles up as knowing you insert cube and then knowing you took them out. I like the array of color, but this is basically just like the I guess I don't know, because there's another toy that actually allowed that gave you a spot to remove the cube, but I don't want to say the sunglass slasher. Anyways, we'll go with Solus. For Solus and Luna, I'll do the accurate way you're supposed to do these. I accidentally put that in the wallet. See, I think the Luna armor works the best with this color scheme, just because it's blue already. Because I mean, I kind of get where this blue is coming from, but it definitely could seem random. Last but not least, um, how he did this one in the show. Which one was next, Galaxy or Solus? Wait, how is this done in the show? Because I assume it's literally just. I, I assume it's literally just. Oh, okay. Wait, it has it in the back. We have Blazar left? Really? How much more longer is this? Oh my gosh. Okay. What of zero? What Megadon? You mean you're gonna watch the entirety of Zero the Chronicle, or you're gonna watch all of his stuff? Sorry about that. But I would, I would make, I would make a joke, but like, Draken wouldn't like it. I'm sorry for interjecting your guys' conversation, but that is such an unfortunate circumstance. See, the angle I'm supposed to do this at, I'm pretty sure it's a lot more easier, but it's also just funny of how much more weightier this toy becomes because of loading the cubes in. And obviously it's just funny too that like obviously the spiral blade is like the most obvious sound. It's like the sound you can clearly like understand the most. But I'm going to do this one out of frame. I want a feel of how you're in here. Yeah, the again, I'm sorry for interjecting your guys' conversation. um, the the Zero movie was like the Zero movie was also kind of like one of the first things of like Ultraman I've actually truly have seen because beforehand, what I took as Ultraman was Grid because that was basically my only exposure to Ultraman at the time. But then, but obviously that was just because of Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. We had a VHS, the Christmas episode, which obviously, if you don't know, was the final episode for Gridman. And basically, I remember like watching that VHS, and like my oldest brother right away, like just saying like, "Oh yeah, this is what like Ultraman, or like this is basically what like Ultraman basically was, or like this is basically what like this is what like the creator of Ultraman did." But I was never told the original name of what like Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad was. So I just kept referring to him as Ultraman until my oldest brother got so annoyed at me of just referring to him as Ultraman that he was like, "His name is not Ultraman, his name is Gridman." and such. But anyways, we'll get to Candy Toy Shokugan 2 now. With Shokugan 2, I will show off using these cubes within here. Oh jeez, we ripped it. They transitioned to gum, right? Yeah. No. I remember this was the case. I need to watch my previous stream. I'm also gonna fall off my chair. I'll make a pile for this. But it's really interesting seeing a blank version of this. Like obviously, I guess it would have been nice if Solus and Luna got Candy Toy and on versions, but just to at least make the line more lively. He is C067, so that means the Gashapon version is C066. And I forgot to. Jeez. I generally forgot how these were weird stickers. So again, you don't need to follow anything as long as it's in. as long as it's to your liking. As long as it's not on the wrong sides. I don't remember if we did them all individually or if we put them together and then did the stuff together. I don't remember. I think I'm just more used to the Gastropod because I'm like I don't remember it being like this. Promise that Zero and the Gastropod stuff will be in a separate video, but because the thing with obviously it's a candy toy version, so press this in like so. Really dim light. Kind of unfortunate the built-in sounds for Galaxy are inconsistent with the actual DX one, because I think the grunt is that. That's the grunt they chose for this one, but instead they chose another one for this. Arceye sword. Yeah, and then there are two. Also, I think that's the same phrase in the Riser, so that's unfortunate. So yeah, like the Gashapon exchange of the Galaxy armor are kind of unfortunate. They're not as consistent as the arc, the four arc, or the three arc cubes and such. But and obviously sit in there. So I mean, it at least is playing. It froze up on YouTube's end. So okay, yeah. The, again, the arc. Hello, are we finally back? No, I guess not. Keep forgetting that YouTube is a few seconds behind. So this one, I mean, I always appreciate this set is introduced in a lot more pink because this is officially confirmed pink from the Candy Toy blog. All right, that didn't do anything. I think I just simply come out with the cloth knife. But I forgot to do that. um, before we get to that, here are the stickers. Oops. So, Whoops. Could have put on the wrong way, but yeah. There's Trigger Truth. I think it's fair that he is a candy toy one, especially if Glitter Tiga is not Glitter Tiga. Glitter Trigger was Gashapon. But I just realized my statement with the next one. So uh, I don't have a box to put these in because I provide. I realize I can't really. Um, I guess we'll go through them one by one. Sugar Truth. Sugar Truth is C116. I mean, you always can. Say Megadong, be patient. She's literally like 2 cubes away. But yeah, it cut off. Yeah. Right. As we struggle bringing this. And reboot. I got mine like this. This glue was already coming undo. Was already undoing itself, so it's just like, all right, we'll just open him like this. So also the numbering of this set is weird because this is the first where like the numbers of the cubes align. The number of the sets don't align with the cube numbers. I don't know why they decided to do that. No, jeez. At this point, I'm probably gonna ruin the sticker. But there's Reboot. Obviously, he's been designated as green since Trigger. Like the one, it was only like it was only in Zet he was red, and then he immediately got changed into green. That was not good. It's kind of slanted. Yep, there's Reboot. forgot that I should probably actually have shown Trigger Truth. So as you can tell here, like technically, Trigger Truth's 39, and then Reboot's 38. So I don't know what they're doing with the second half because I'm pretty sure it's the same deal with Gashapon 2. But again, no one has put up videos of Gashapon 2. And before we forget, is the reboot is officially the last art cube programmed into the toy, so he is C120. Green looks nice. So that's the Arc Galaxian Blaster. Because I think all of these finishers are just with Arc in front of it. But now it's your time to shine, Megadon, because look who it is. It's Asahi. Or Doran, is that her? Or that she was recently cast for King Oger in space. I think it's Riki and Doran. But I also appreciate with this set too. It actually we are introduced to a new color. We're introduced to orange because we don't have it any prior. That could have been bad. Oh, that bad. But also, I think I just realized I think this plastic is purposely made to be ripped. No way, plastic is supposed to rip like paper. It's weird. But yeah, as you can tell, it's just going backwards. It goes number 37. This is like yeah. Find Regio. You get to have your number closely to the left. Number 37. She is C112 because I had to look back on I had to look back on other videos that have all the sound that are just of all the sounds. I did forget that yeah, technically we do need group. Group still needs to be put out there. It's just gonna. We're halfway through at least. There, finally, I get a toy with her actual sound because I think only the D Flasher had this sound. But also, the orange comes out really nicely. I really wish we got the Saturn armor. Because I think if we did, then it probably would have came off as orange. Like, yes, technically we did have orange through Solus, but I mean, like, yeah, most I had to put most of this in. But I mean, if you're able to like have display these and like, yeah, is that orange? That looks yellow. My bad. I didn't read the question. 'Cause most of the time, like, I'm just so used to just doing or opening comments like that, just because that's kind of my preferred way of just reading them over than just going up close. But, yeah, here's Greed Royal Mega Master. So I have to take back what I said about how I think Trigger Truth being here, and then like Glitter Trigger Eternity being um Gashapon, because then they already pull this with us with Jeed, where just gets put Jeed either way gets put into Candy Toy. Whoa. Oh, come on. Yeah. Yeah, again, this is such a strange method of how they did this. Everything. It looks like this entire lineup is just backwards, which is weird. Like, yeah, obviously it at least I guess makes a distinction because like either way, like I'm not going to be able to cover these in numerical order because that's not how they were officially lined up. But if you had to put them all together, then you do it like that. So there's the sticker. Um, it's it's just a piece of gum. It's just gum. It's kind of bland. um, like I think for a while I had in mind of a video just me eating up all of the candy I had from candy toys, but like for it just to be the gum is just like that's kind of not going to be a fun experience. Like I do appreciate that these are numbered, but like, at the same time, it's kind of annoying with how these are numbered, just because, for example, G Royal Mega Master and G Galaxy Rising are not going to be right next to each other, despite them being right next to each other in terms of programming, because G Royal Mega Master is C107. And there he is. There. I think yeah, he's our only other soul purple. Because again, if we had to refer to Candy toy. What do you think this is him? Yeah, so here's G Galaxy Rising, and yet he is number 29, but in numbering, he's C109. Who is in between then? Yeah, that's actually kind of weird. Is it Zero Beyond? No, Zero Beyond is programmed with the other Zero forms. Because, like, I have Rube. Like, Rube is 110, which means Grube is 111. So, World Master. All the G Master of the film. And then yeah, as long as the camera is running, it will be choppy for sure. But all right. So we got Gaia V2. No, get not Gaia V2. Gaia Supreme version. I don't know why they didn't make this one Super Supreme, because I thought that would have been a nice opportunity. But I guess Super Supreme was well established, so it's definitely an interesting choice to not jump to it right away. But I guess they wanted Gaia and Aqua to be like someone, you know. There's Gaia V2 or Gaia Supreme version. So yeah, now we're just in a weird categorizing situation. Also, I think in the case of like obviously covering this, we actually do have to cover Candy. 2 first and then Gashapon 2 just due to the numbering. It's not like the first sets where technically it is supposed to be Are we back? 34. C80 088. And this is one of them. Just a lot of flashing. Okay, we're back. Obviously, to go along with Gaia, we got All and Cool. First of all, Blue. Always scary ripping these because of the chances of you actually ripping the stickers. Forgot these had holes. So Oggle's Supreme version finally has. I think this is his second or third gimmick item. I think he did get a dimension card. Oh wow, this one's actually my worst one. Wow. Uh, I actually have to do that. just trying to lightly. Trying to lightly lift this side up. I got it. Okay. Like literally just as long as it's not lifting. But it seems we got it at least. But here we have Ogle. He is C089, so he literally directly falls after Gaia. So yeah, there is no Super Supreme programmed in unless most likely it's gonna be like a DX one, but that took longer than I needed it to be. So I just watched on laptop. Yep. Not least Ultra Father to have our to basically be our sole Showa representation. Also to like because King was in the last set, so it makes sense that he's still pink. Which I we shouldn't have done that. But all right. So from this numbering, as you can tell, he's number 33. He comes after Zero Beyond. So kind of a bad gap. I think I've said this before. I think they could have. I think it's super unfortunate. But like the releases of these definitely got hurt because of the Galaxy armor having to be a part of it. This is not acceptable. I mean, it doesn't help that I'm using the wrong side. I probably should be using a side that's not so curved. So then you can actually just place it. There's what's your father? He's number 33. So we have so basically from this am I finally back? That was ridiculous. Why did I have to wait? Okay, I think I'm finally back. There's King or father. You know, the Arc father shot. And now we can finally show this off with this. Doesn't look like this thing ever sleeps, but basically, if we were to use the Arc cube, like one that doesn't have sounds, first of all, it definitely feels a lot easier. Yeah, it definitely feels easier. And yeah, that is. I mean, yeah. So it's just gonna keep because basically, I think in this state, it thinks it's ejecting because you're technically not supposed to load cubes into this state until you hold it down. But at this state too, I think that means you can just simply do it the other way. So this is the wrong way of doing it. I think you can just yeah, because obviously if you were to try to do it that way, obviously you won't get anything out of it. You won't get anything out of it because it's not facing that way. Yeah, that is basically all with the art cubes. Now so you can just simply put them back on and look at them on there. So I think I guess technically you can just display it like that. Because I think if you were to do it this way, it's gonna kind. I mean, it's technically more stable, but yeah, I just realized too. Technically, I guess the issue was that with this way, you can fold it out. So maybe you do need two of them to like stabilize it, so then like it doesn't potentially have the issue of oh whoops, your art cubes tumbled and such. But I think that's kind of why. Well, I mean, I think even with like this formation, yeah, I think there's a bit more resistance here. Right, there's a bit more resistance when you have it like this, as opposed to this. I don't know. It feels the same. Again, this will be where my 015 will go and such, but then we have the other 8 like so. Then, well, I mean, after I'm done covering them, they will join the box of the others. Again, Gashapon 2 comprises of the Gashapon version of the Galaxy Armor, Mother of Ultra, 80. Um, I know that means I don't remember 2 of them. Oh, no. Because I know I know that. Shining Ultraman Zero and Saga are part of the set alongside Blazar Fedora Armor. Um, was it? I don't remember if it was any because I think Blazar was technically the only new generation. Oh, Zerth. Zerth is after 80, and yeah, um, Galaxy, Mother, 80, Zerth. Oh, Great and Zerth. Great and Zerth. So Gashpon 2's lineup is Gashpon version of the Galaxy armor, Ultra Mother, Edie, Great, Zerth, Shining Ultra or Saga, Shining Ultraman Zero, and Blazer Fedora armor and such. Because I think you will get this review next week. I think the review for this one will be next Thursday. So I think this one will order be no, because this week is gonna be Thanksgiving, which is why I wanted to do this before. I didn't want to do because I didn't want to do the stream before or during Thanksgiving. So, but yeah, the review for this one should be next Thursday and such. And again, hoping that we can get the vibe out. Everything comes in by like Wednesday. Or things get shipped in by Wednesday. And I could then hopefully get it by the following Thursday. Um, like the 015th cube and Gashapon 2 should be next. I'm shooting to hopefully get them out by like Friday, Saturday next week. As up to I only have up to this out. So, with this, and this covered, that means I got one day, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for both. Uh, but I think what I was going to say is that I think for sure I'm definitely more into the lineup for Gashapon 2 as opposed to the Candy Toy one because, like, I mean, Candy Toy 2 is not as bad, but like, I think it could have been better. But I mean, I think it's kind of fair at the end because this one is very new generation heavy, and then you got two Heisei and then one Showa, and then for Gashapon 2, it's heavy on Heisei. Because Great and Zerth are Heisei, so you got Great Zerth and Zero, and then we have one Showa and one new generation. So yeah, let me move seems like I'm finally back. But okay, I am. Anyways, so I think like technically I should be able to get this all done by today, especially because I did wake up this early. But because technically now would have been the time I would have would have streamed, but the issue then would have been just oops. The issue would have been that um I would have been filming later, and I kind of don't want that. Thank you to or thanks to Megadon and Lee for at least. I forgot to announce that, yeah, of course that um, I forgot to announce at the beginning of the stream. Like, yeah, this was obviously going to be the main stream for the month. The editing stream or the editing session last week was just something I wanted to do because I wanted to attempt to do a community based I wanted input from whoever came in for what I was working on. That didn't becoming the case, and it didn't really run well. So uh, yeah. Uh, Next month's stream will be an interesting one to say at least. I don't know if it'll actually be like a full on build, not build. I don't know if it will be. I want to keep next month a surprise for what is going to be the case. Obviously, besides the fact that it's going to be an end of the year stream, but I'll just say look forward to just to kind of tune in to see what it's going to be about. I don't know. Again, I don't know how we will be approaching it, but we do want to try to just kind of round things out and such. So yeah, there was something I wanted to bring up, but I'm trying to recall what that is. Mhm. There was another thing I kind of wanted to bring up. I don't know if it had to do with I don't know. It had to do with the Galaxier, or the Galaxar. But yeah, again, this I think is. Oh, well, I did not know Arc was actually. I thought this was just a slab. This is actually a lot more. Oh wow, this is actually a lot more neater than I was expecting it to be because this is. So as you can see here, this is the Arcarizer. This is the Arcarizer right here, and then this is Arc. Wow, I well, you can barely see him now, but they're only in this top half portion. Yeah, I did not know that was the case. I did not know that you can actually see Arc in the Arcarizer. Wow, I did not. Wow, I'm slow. I doubt you're obviously I don't think you're able to interlink hyper keys into this thing, just because I was fit the size. Am I back? Okay. But I'm just trying to figure out. I'm just trying to make sure I did say everything I wanted to say or do everything I wanted to do. Because basically, this stream is basically. Um, I mean, I kind of intended it on being like a short one, just because there wasn't. If we had Gashapon 2, I think we would have been still going. But again, I think Gashapon 2 and the 015 Cube, I'll just have to film as a separate video just because I'm not able to fulfill it here. But yeah, like obviously, if it wasn't known already, obviously, Arc is going to be the last series covered for the year, because I it just worked in the scheduling and such. Just because of removing the factors of like premium sets and such. Like obviously, I realize as to why I don't cover Ultraman right away. Basically, just because most of like this, like if I was covering art in like my annual schedule of just like sometime between within the first 4 months of next year, I wouldn't have this issue. Basically, by the time like the movie is like gonna premiere, I wouldn't be having this issue because everything would have been already laid out. Such. Like if I waited until February, this would be a non-issue. But I I uh because we already knew about the like listing because we already knew about Candy Toy 2, and then assuming that obviously there will be a Gastropon 2, I kind of viewed it as like, okay, yeah, we can get this to work and such. Uh, but just because of the pretty dumb scheduling of Gashapon 2, yeah, this is not I'm trying to make this work. Like, obviously, I'll apologize in advance if you don't potentially see a video Friday and Saturday is moving along, which is kind of infuriating, but at least I think I've already said before, at least, our Gashapon 2 is, like, moving well and such because, um, I haven't heard anything about Gashapon 2, which is kinda weird. Um, I am not gonna reveal the last week of videos for December either because that's kind of in the fritz. Um, I had a video planned, but I don't think I'll be able to complete it until next year, and that's just because I'm not really liking the prices of one thing I need to complete it, and, upsettingly, we this is actually gonna be the year that we're not gonna be able to fulfill our Christmas tradition of being able to cover a Christmas item for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day because we have officially not we technically haven't officially ran out of items. We do technically have one more item, but we can't cover it because we haven't covered that series, and for the 2 that I don't for the 2 series I don't have the Christmas items for, I don't feel like picking them up, but, yeah, I obviously obviously I'm at fault for not being able to do it, um, I just don't think I don't think we're gonna be able to fulfill it, and, especially what Zarek and I are trying to situate in terms of, like, something that I wanted to do back in October, but we're we're technically at a minute now because, again, we had 10 minutes, nothing, so, um, yeah, um, I just realized, did I miss something yesterday? 'Cause I feel like if I did, then I would've seen it, but at the same time, it's kind of treating my stream as if it's already done, so I know I didn't miss anything. Alright, I hope I hope the rest of you enjoy this month's videos, even though I know it's, "Oh gosh, it's Ultraman again," kinda thing, but it's just like, um, I don't know, at least just I mean, I can't say at least just watch, but, like, at the same time, I do wanna say thanks to all the people that watched the channel 2 weeks ago, 'cause, oh, that's my arm. Boy, that oh, oh, that's interesting. Yeah, it's these things I mean, yeah, reasonably so, these are the stoppers, so you just simply okay, that's that's simple. Jeez. Huh. Um, like, I'm only saying this now just because like, I don't think I'm gonna 'cause, just to acknowledge the, like, because I think I did get some people because of the week of Ryder stuff I did and such, which I can't believe has already been 2 weeks ago. Just because, I was trying to 2 weeks ago, I was trying to work on, um, something for next month, but I'm gonna work on that. Now I think about it, I don't think I can work on it this week. Maybe I can actually. Yeah, maybe I can, but, like was it before, right after this, I'm gonna have to eat again. But then also, uh, start film the review and demos for these 4 videos, edit them, queue them up, and then move on. And it's because Arc's just a weird case for me where, like, I have to go back and forth on, like, okay, that's what I was doing at the beginning of the month. I was working on Arc. So, like, I filmed obviously, like, filmed Arc, edited them out, queued them the week after because I wasn't sure if I should, like, do it immediately, but then know, we're already, like, kind of cutting it close. Um, I finally queued them up, and then I working on stuff for next year, and then, it's just been a waiting game, so, uh, tagging on what what do the photo books have to do with this? Like, on what queue were the photo books ever a thing? Probably should, because I don't wanna just abruptly end it, because you 2 still need to finish whatever you were doing, or, like, you 2 still need to answer. Megadong, I can't put that up. I can't put that up, Megadong. What? Like, ha have fun getting detractors, 'cause that's gonna be kinda like the worst audience to attract. And also just I don't know, I think YouTube's kinda weird with how that stuff gets handled because it is just I think it is kind of, like, exploitative in a bad term. Like, I exploitative is not the word I wanna use, but that's kinda the only one I'm like, I think it is kinda weird when, like, people use that material for their YouTube stuff because it's like, "You not?" The dead brand? Yeah, that makes sense. It's gonna be such a shift going from photo books and then to photo, like, yeah. I just think, I'll switch it out at this point, but Megadon, you still need to answer this from Lee. Once you do that, then I'll end this. But, I think, like, YouTube's, like, cracking down on that stuff or on, like I know you're not being serious. Like, 'cause of course. No one would do that. I think, like like, it's I think, like, from my perspective, it is just kind of basically challenging YouTube's terms of services. because it's just more of like, I don't know, because like, I had to deal with this with, one of my page throughs, or like, one of the most recent page throughs I filmed, like, earlier this month of trying to explain, like, I mean, yeah. Yeah, I think people would appreciate that. Like, um, I don't know why I'm already blanking on, like, how Anthony formatted the channel. Like, I get what you mean. I was trying to, like, lay it out, but I don't know why I can't. But, like, that was in one of my recent page throughs. I knew, like, with one of the ones I was covering that there was gonna be, like, something, like, just I didn't wanna put out or that I'm gonna try to block out, cause like, again, I wanna turn this off. But, I knew there was, like, something that I was just like, "Yeah, I don't think this is, like, really." Yeah, just go to, like, storage, uh, containers. You could have done Megadon, you could have been an auctioneer. You could have been the one to, you could have you could have, uh, auctioned off not auctioned off, you could have participated in the auction. But, uh, I wanna be as vague about like, I'm trying to be as vague as possible, cause like, I still I still can't really explicitly I can't really get myself to explicitly say, like, directly why. I don't know. I just can't really get myself to, like, say, like, "Oh, I don't wanna, like, show this off because I don't want it to lead to this point," and such. That's kind of, like, what I'm trying to get to. Wow, that is so of course, that makes sense. I thought you would have done, like, something like what was her name for Lightspeed Rescue? I think that would've fit you more. Is this the la insert. Oh, you'll see. There will be a reason as to why there's a reason why this one's titled Last Arc. Uh, you'll understand by the end of the year update for you'll understand by the 2025 update video as to why we're labeling this one Last Arc. But I mean, at least someone's being observative. But Megadong, you have to answer we. You have to answer this for Lee Megadong, and then we'll go on. I know. What was the question? Yeah, I just put it up. I forget that there was like a latency. But, yeah. I mean, like, I appreciate that you actually do Megadong. I feel like, I mean, it's just 'cause, like, they're pure nonsense. I think this basically has the same, like, gyro sensor as the Yearkilinger. Oops. My apologies. There you go, Lee. How I like answered your question. Alright. Um, yeah, I think that is I think that will have to do with this. Um, oh, yeah, the button is, like, just very easy to, like, accidentally press switch because I think 'cause I was gonna say, like, like, you guys are in the same ballpark as Dragon. I think I don't know when he will did he cover no, he didn't do a 30-minute mission last week. He did a dom. 'Cause what? Sis are you referring to 30-minute sisters? Oh, yeah, 30-minute sisters. Megadong, you never heard of 30-minute sisters? Oh, maybe you should join on. Maybe you should watch. Oh. Gee, guys, maybe you should join up with Draken on his channel to watch him put together a 30-minute sister. Obviously, because what I was gonna say earlier was that I like sure I definitely would have called you 2 out for having a conversation with him like that. But honestly, I don't honestly, I'm not that repulsive about that kinda stuff. Repulsive is not the right word. I'm not Josh. Why are you bringing up Zaka Zaka chips? Do that to Josh, not me. Josh is the Zaka Zaka chips girl. Zoku Zoku. No, I mean, don't bring up donut either. Like, I was gonna say, like, I think 2 weeks ago, like, is Donut Mario even, like, a real form for Valen? Because like, we knew about it since, like, September, and yet, they put out official pictures of it, you get the Gochizo with the Valen Buster for either set, and yet, like, it was like, "Where is this form?" And then with, "Oh, here, it finally debuted." Like, by the time Booshell, like, we saw stuff for Booshell, that's when I was thinking, "Mario even a real form?" Wow. Wow, wow. Donut, Mafu, 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 whatever it's pudding. We're getting Val Valm is gonna show up, I think, in well, his toys, I think, are gonna be released by the end of next month because his stuff is being the traditional Christmas stuff. Or like the traditional Christmas, yeah, like but the end of the year, um, Christmas, post Christmas release. That's the more preferred release. Elm is not female; they're clearly male. That's literally the thing. Like, I think everyone wanted it to be what's her name? I want to call her Sachita. What's the main girl's name? It I don't know how you are supposed to pronounce it, but, like, everyone was projecting it to be her, all because of the opening. But the thing is that we heard things about Valve, and if Valve was female, I feel like people would've told us that. But people didn't. All they told us was just basically confirming what we've already known of just, like, Valve is a pudding-based rider and such. They would've, like if Valve was female, I feel like people would've told Ka yeah, Sachika? Is that it? Sa Sa Sachika? Okay. I guess that's I guess we'll go with that. Well, you see what? We'll have to see. But I mean from the fan art, I mean that's just their artistic that's just literally their I think that's just literally their artistic not vision. That's just their style of just like why does the blade smell? The blade for the Arc Galaxy has a weird smell, a weird plastic smell. I don't know if this is supposed to be new plastic or like a new plastic smell. That's the first. Weird. What? If it smells like galaxy, why isn't it exploding in my hand then? I want it to implode and explode in my face. But yeah, basically, like again, I think the way that their job is going, I think it's kinda clear that, Valm is definitely gonna be a new character. That they're gonna be alright. But then how you supposed to run your Toku channel then? They're not gonna allow you to do that. Megadon, like, I don't know, there's, like, a lot of things that you're gonna have to go through, or, like, that you will have to, like, go through if that's the case. There's no way you're, like, independent. You can't be independent while a rookie. You should know how much terms you're breaking from your agency. Yeah, I feel like the handles, like, as art high sword. I mean, if I can talk to your management, like, then I want your manage then how come I'm not signed under your management then? Can I sign under your management? If you easily got into a management then, how come then can I how can I get in? Yeah, leave the you must be exterminated at all cost. Gee, we know why he decided to join the stomachs. Oh, I wonder, but yeah, that has to be first. I mean, was it worth it, Megadon? Like, was it worth like moving your humanity for the one person? Oh, yeah. So there's a slope here. It presses down. What is that? Oh. I ain't Megadon. I'm surprised you managed to get through because a lot of other people obviously want your position too. For what objective? I don't even know if people have talked about her in a while. It was, anyone as in just the three of us? Like, Megadon, you're literally out of luck. Everyone is out of luck because we're not in Japan. and not in like a very like highly populated area of Japan. So like no one had a chance. Unless you just I think the only person that top part was Rye. But I'm pretty sure she paid like 40 for that thing, which is not worth it. Because the thing too is that like people are only selling all, as a people are selling all the store exclusives together and such. And most of the other time too, they're literally just selling the boxes. I'm pretty sure that's not gonna be the case. It's gonna I feel like it has to be a case of where he just witnessed his mom beat, not that he was the one that did it. I'm trying to figure out whose situation was like that, because talk to me talk to me's situation wasn't like that. Yep. I mean, I think a lot of people are. Or you just mean in general that you got scammed? Because like, I was gonna 'cause I think what I've seen for, like, the prices for the store exclusive Gochuzos, they're, like, literally, like they go from either being 24 to, like, 50 a piece, and it's just not worth it. Wow, that's actually kinda sad. Like, yeah, that, like, towards the seller of doing that, because it's just that's kind of ridiculous. I mean, like, well, 'cause I have I have we've gotten scammed that badly? Well, I mean, I haven't. I think Zriken has more experiences. I think because I think our cases are just more being duped by, like, prices and such. I just of just paying for things for, like, prices that they shouldn't have been sold for and such, and then, like, most of the time I am, like well, I mean, I think I do have 2 recorded occurrences. I feel like the first time it happened to me was just probably because I didn't read the listing correctly. I wouldn't know how that place is just because I obviously don't know how forms work, and, I used to be able to just see, like, whenever the leaks will get posted up there, but now I can't because now they're like, "Well, you need to make an account." I'm like, "No, I won't make an account." But, the 2 well, I mean, I think most of the time this happened to me because of Mercari via Buy. Because, like, you can watch this in one of the spectaculars, but, like, um, literally, one of the I try to get for a project, I was trying to get the armed weapons because I had the Diamari, so I was gonna try to get the Banana Spear and the Budo Ruho. I think the Budo Ruho canceled, but the Banana Spear went through. But then when I actually got the package, I noticed that the box was smaller 'cause I thought it was gonna be larger because I knew that the banana spear is a long weapon. It turns out I got, like, I think they call, a Plex version of the banana spear. So, I didn't even get the DX one. I got a small, miniaturized banana spear for, $9, and it's whatever. It's like I saw that, it's like, "Well, we can't really do we can't really film the scene with how I wanted it to because." Alright, there. But, so I ended up so, after we in a I already shared the story, but basically after we finished filming, I think it was, at the last day of the semester, I ended up just giving the banana spear to the person I worked on the project with because I was just like, "I don't need it. I think you can have fun with it." But yeah. Yes. Have fun seeing a lot of spoilers. I mean, Megadong, either way, you would have probably put money into it. But no, that is not it. I've already explained that the only reason why I have the account or the only reason why Zrikin and I have an account is because our oldest brother gave us codes when it initially opened. But then I initially did not plan on making it public, but then I heard that they finally added a video feature to the site. So I'm just like, "Okay, I can probably just start re-uploading things from Twitter and then continue putting up original content on Blue Sky and such to basically kind of shape it to how I kinda need to shape my pages now, of just, basically removing, the personality out because I would rather have my I would rather have my work express my personality rather than my words. What did you type? I can't translate. Oh. Oh, Yasumi, okay. I'm sorry for keeping you up this lately. I was going to end it, basically a half hour ago, but then, you know, Megadon came. It came in and actually finished up this conversation. Sumimasen. But, I mean, Megadong, if you like, I kind of advise, like, I would say, like, I kind of advise people to like, if wait, you don't have to be sorry. I should be sorry. I should be sorry for keeping you up for this long. Out at that point. I'm gonna be passed out at that point if I have if I do visit or if I do like look at your stream. Also, I think some of that cut off. But like with Blue Sky, I have dressed in the last in the orange arms, like, the very standard guy orange arms build. Like Blue Sky, I would kind of like advise people to like give it a shot and such, especially with how Twitter is and such. Like, I think it's just kind of better to like I think it's just better to like just kind of remain low and such and not really like interact with like a lot of communities, spaces and such. Yeah, that's probably just like probably the better way of like kind of going at it. Again, I kinda wanna treat Blue Sky as, like, just another avenue of where like, a more accessible avenue of where you can watch my more edited stuff because, obviously, you know, doing it through YouTube is, I mean, technically, logically, I should, but, like, I just for the sake of tradition, I don't wanna just fully transition to just uploading to YouTube, but, like, at the same time, it's like, I'm not dumb about the fact, like, yeah, I understand, like yeah, it is kinda dumb of me that, like, I am still basically kind of holding tight on, like, exclusively uploading things to Twitter and then uploading them to YouTube, like, a year after, but at the same time, it's just literally because, like, I think in my case, it's just because a lot of other social media platforms are a lot more lax in terms of, like, content. So, like, I'm able to get away with, like, putting the video like, I'm able to get away with, like, putting out the stuff that I do without getting it claimed and such. Even though it's not bad when it gets claimed, it just gets bad when it starts getting blocked. And which is why, uh, like, regulations, basically. But I think that's also kinda why I changed up which edits I do and such. Because, again, some of my older edits got severely hampered because of YouTube's, like, guidelines of, like, copyright and such. Oh, man, you just missed it. You missed it, Juan. We're literally just concluding this. But, basically, we covered Beholder and the Arc Galaxy stuff, and then Candy Toy 2. and such. I apologize that you came at this last minute and such. But I think they'll have to. I think everyone's content. Also, I think you're, also like welcome, fun. I think you're new to the streams. Let me make sure this. But have I? Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure. Okay. I could have sworn I've seen you in my comments before. That icon looks familiar, but anyways, yeah, I will I can either end this in 4 minutes or I can end it now. But like I think everything has been winding down and such, so I'll just say like yeah, and thanks for everyone that like and such. Uh Again, just checking this and such. But again, stay tuned for figure out what we want to do with it because um it's the end of the year. Kind of want to make a big deal about that. I don't want to make it the case of like last year's end of the year video or not end of the year video, end of the year stream where I was just kind of I clearly was not in a good spot. I was not in a good I was not in the greatest place mentally. And like I mean, for the last few months, I've just kind of brushed it off. I kinda just had to brush it off just 'cause, like, you know, like, basically since last month, it was more of like, we have to start preparing for next year's stuff, so we have to, like, kind of have head-on focus on that as opposed to our own feelings and such. So, yeah, I th yeah. Oh, wait, there's a minute left. I don't know if I wanna go on for another I like I said before, 'cause I think everyone's kind of already got everything they wanted to. Um, I know we keep saying we, but so, I kinda wanna see if I can do something bigger, but I don't think that's possible and such, so yep. We have 20 seconds left. Can we do it exactly by 3:40? 1, 2, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.